My clip was wrong. Orientation. Ugh. YouTube. YouTube is so doofy with its camera. Okay. I usually like to be drawing already. Stop being weird with the orientation. I wonder, can you guys even see that the orientation is there? YouTube like puts up a screen if the camera's like not perfectly flat and it goes, hey, this is not how cameras are supposed to look. And it's like, bro, chill out. Okay. That seems pretty good. Let's zoom in a little bit and we'll get to drawing. I am supposed to be drawing some other stuff. This is what I was drawing. I'm doing these drawings. I'm doing this one. I'm doing this is a bow. Let me zoom out a little bit. So this is what I'm supposed to be working on. These guys. But I thought I would do a live instead. Because, you know, I'm bad at doing the work. So I just feel very procrastinatory. Yeah, so I don't, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be working on. And I will get back to that soon. These are very nice. I'm doing a whole bunch of Christmas drawings. I'm actually going to put them up as videos so you guys will be able to see them if you want to check out that on the channel. But I figured today, I mean right now, I am going to get back to that later today. I figured right now, I don't know, I'm in a crazy mood. I was going to draw some wacky inflatable arm guys, so let's just do that. This will be the body. It's hard to remember, but like you can't just draw a tube and have it be, it actually like has folds and stuff. So it doesn't stay a tube the whole time. It's hard for me to remember. Hey, the Bart Simpson. Oh, that's great. Bart Simpson, when I first started drawing, I drew a lot of cartoons. And Bart Simpson really helped educate me because he has pretty strict rules he has to follow. But even with that, he's like he can be a very complicated character. And I really like that about him. Like he can have a lot of expressions, he can do tons of stuff, even though he has these very strict rules. And I love how like even the people who illustrate him every day or the animators who draw him like every day for a work. Hey, Oddfud. Oh, I am drawing a wacky, waveable, inflatable arm guy. People say I'm fast. I always thought I didn't know. I've not compared myself to other people, really, or thought about how fast I draw. I draw every day. I draw for a lot of time every day, and I think that just makes me fast because I'm practiced. Hey, Douglas Day. Oh, thank you, I am you. This stream is going to be probably about an hour. Kakarot! I used to know the guy who ran the chat room and the website for those Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball Z Abridged. What is it? Team 4-Star. So, God, he was basically the website admin. He's an old friend of mine. I haven't seen him in a really long time. Let's make this guy's head a little bit bigger and like maybe a little bit off to the back pop. Let's have it off to the forward, and then we can do that. And yeah, pretty cool. Oh, Keanu, thank you so much. At the moment, we're not going to do, hey, bend over. At the moment, we're not taking on any mods, but I appreciate the offer. Ooh, never seen any anime. What's a good recommendation for somebody? I mean, you know what's a classic one, but it's great, is my brain is not telling me the answer. Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is classic. It's great. You know what's come around and become... Oh, thank you so much, the Bart Simpson. You know what's come around and become really good is... Oh my God, no, I haven't. Can you tell me the song again? I will write it on this list and I will listen to it as soon as I'm done. Douglas Day. Here, let's get this guy's face. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, they're so happy. That's why they're crazy, wacky, inflatable arm guys. I'm just gonna add a little bit of shading to kind of finish off, giving it some shape. We'll probably discover a couple places where I'll have to add some folds. Don't Tattle on Me by JT Music. Okay. I'm using this list. As soon as I'm done with this stream, I'm doing work and I'm using this list, so I will see it. And I will remember finally. Okay. I'm just going to clean up around the edges. Wait. Dang. You know, like, I don't know if anyone else is like this. If I like lose something, sometimes I'll put it down or whatever, or I'll drop it onto the floor, like under my desk, and then I'll see it there and I'll be like, oh, I dropped that. Okay. And then like 2 days later, I'll be looking for that thing and I'll be like, oh, it's under the desk. And I'll go to get it under the desk. Are other people like that? Because, oh yeah, a mod application on Discord would be great. Yeah, the Bart Simpson. I usually do stream every day. I try to take Mondays and sometimes Sundays off, but I don't always. And I stream every day. I'm not streaming tomorrow because we're packing to go on a trip for Thanksgiving, but I am going to try to stream Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, for a little while. So I try to stream on holidays. I try to stream. So the glove is to prevent the oils in my hand from moving too much of the graphite around on the page. So the glove doesn't completely prevent the graphite from moving around on the page, but it helps a lot. And so that's what the glove is for. This is not a bad, wacky, wavable, inflatable arm guy. And this would be like a fan. All right, what should we draw? I feel like I'm done with this fellow. Get rid of some of these hard corners. I feel like blow-up things are interesting because they don't really have outside hard corners because they're just, but they will have inside hard corners like. Oh, heart cheetah cheese. That's good. Oh, sorry, Douglas. Thanks for stopping in. Hopefully see you soon. Maybe Thursday. Well, I don't know. If everyone has Thanksgiving things to do with their family, that's great. Like, but for years I did not have a solid Thanksgiving experience, and I did everything possible to stay away from my family's Thanksgiving, even if I had to be there specifically. And so I like to stream on holidays because I had such a rough holiday like experience growing up, and it's comforting for me to do something productive on a holiday so I don't think about that stuff. And then also I like to offer a place for people to go and like hang out. Yeah, let's do Bart Simpson. So what I found interesting about Bart Simpson, yeah, let me zoom in a little bit. What was even that? Oh, it was my hand. What I found interesting about Bart Simpson is he has like some rules. I'm going to see if I can find the rules for drawing Bart Simpson so I can relay them correctly. But like, there's even an episode of The Simpsons where I think they talk about drawing him. And so you have like a tube for his head. Right, easy peasy. But then you have, what is it called? They have like uh his mouth is like a tuna can. That's how they described it, if I'm remembering correctly. Um, or the bottom of his head is like a tuna can. Then you have 9 spikes. I remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. And then his eyes go. This is probably too tall, so we'll redo that. Where is his eyes? Little finger nose. I don't know why the Simpsons all have this little finger nose. And then his upper lip goes like way out. Yeah, we can do SpongeBob. I'm trying to see if I can pull up the rules. I don't see them. That's okay. There's just a lot of people saying how to draw him. But yeah, the episode was really cool. Uh, I think I'm misremembering where the um, tuna can goes. They all the Simpsons have like a really intense overbite, which I never noticed until I started like looking into how to draw them all the time. Hey, Kenneth, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so some of the rules for The Simpsons are like don't don't ever show separations in their teeth. So in the early seasons of The Simpsons, you'll see their teeth be like when their mouths are open, and they'll each have individual teeth. And they say the only, or they'll smile, and it'll be like, and so they found that that makes it look weird and makes them look aggressive. So you won't see that anymore in modern Simpsons. It's only now, like, oh, and then his ear is like, what? Um, they only show this if like they're angry or something. Simpsons, we're the Simpsons. Yeah. This is not perfect. What am I? But it's pretty good. I don't know exactly what. The Simpsons are hard because they're so specific that even just a little off makes them. I think, like, basically, yeah, I think I just made his head a little too fat. And if we brought that in a little bit, it would look more correct. Yeah, I think he already looks better. All right, let's do SpongeBob. SpongeBob is fun. Oh, I think we just watched the RV episode where Flanders gets an RV, and then so Homer is like, "We're getting an RV," and he gets taken by the salesman because he's so gullible. The salesman's like, "I was gonna sell this," and it's like to somebody for $5,000. I'm making up numbers. He's like, "But I'll sell it to you for 450. You get it for 5 if you get it now." Hey, Doodles animation BB-8, BB-8, solid. Is that the little one that's like it's like a little sphere with a hat? That's BB-8, like a beret, sphere with a beret. Is BB-8 French? I never noticed, but most berets are worn by French people. I don't know. Machine parts, machine. Oh, nice poetry. Oh yeah, SpongeBob. What does SpongeBob? I draw SpongeBob a lot. He's fun. I'm learning the rules of SpongeBob. I have a I don't know why I've drawn now like a weird French style droid. Yeah, Star Wars. That's what I'm saying. He's a droid. Star Wars patented or copyrighted, trademarked maybe the word droid, which feels it's just a shortening of Android, which has been around for quite a long time. I think they even sued like Google, or no, was it who was it who had the droid? HTC. It's like, guys, I don't like when people try to patent or like a common word. I know it's or trademark rather a common word. I know it's like happens a lot lately. Was it Kim Kardashian who tried to trademark kimono? Hey Tamagotchi, welcome. No, I was drawing like a weird version of BB-8 because I was pretending I thought he was French. This doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's what I was drawing. I was about to give him a striped shirt, but I'm supposed to be drawing SpongeBob, so I can get onto that. He's he has a beret, he rolls around, he has a striped shirt. What's another French thing? He's holding a baguette. He's saying ooh la la. Hello, Sandsman. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, we drew. What did we draw for Sandsman the other day? Oh yeah, like an alternate Sans from a different universe, like a fan game. Oh yeah, he has a croissant. He's just eaten a croissant and left some of it behind. He litters. I don't know if that's a French thing or just a droid thing. Oh, he has some cigarettes he's thrown on the ground. And you guys know there's an artist called Little White Monster, I think. They do YouTube shorts where they draw like in gouache. They draw these paintings and these scenes, and they have oh yeah, we can do that after SpongeBob. Hi, Lena, or Len, the art Peterson. Let me Doodles animation BBA. Let me open your profile so I can draw that after. Come on. Oh, good. Here it is. Here it is. I'm on the slowest computer ever. That's how I read the chat. It's not that slow, but it's a Chromebook, so they like artificially slow it down. Do you guys know this? At least that's my theory. I don't know if it's been proven that they artificially slow it down. But like a lot of companies artificially slow down their older stuff so that you have to buy the new stuff. And Chrome, SpongeBob. Oh man, I am ADHDing all over the place. Have I taken all my medicine? Yes. Yes, I have. Okay. Yeah, what was it? After Dinner Draw Live. I think it's the most recent one that came out. So it should be After Dinner Draw Live. I think that's the right one. I'm trying to see if I have it right here. I don't. Here's some of the things we drew yesterday, just while I'm trying to figure out. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Ah, it's Draw. Hey, Kenneth Fajardo. Okay, we're drawing SpongeBob, and then we're gonna draw Doodles, and then we'll draw Stickman. These are just some of the guys we drew yesterday real quick while I'm uh, getting my brain together. Okay. Oh, we drew a carp or a koi. They're the same fish. And we draw Lucha Lucha. All right. SpongeBob, here we go. Let's do the one where he's like, well, you'll see. I have that song. Do you know that guy who used to do like OSHA violation YouTube shorts? I don't know if you guys watch YouTube shorts. And then now he does like, these are crazy things in your home. And his whole YouTube shorts idea, like his whole channel is just him being like making faces like, oh, or like, that's crazy. And then playing peak clips from other people's videos. And he does it to clap, 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 clap your hands. Let's see it again. I have that song stuck in my head because I just saw some of his shorts on my feed. Yeah, same species. So crazy. Hey, Froggo. It's official. Froggo's here. Froggo's here to save the day. Is that Mighty Mouse? Man, we didn't have TV when I was a kid. We had TV, but I didn't know that. We weren't allowed to watch it. We didn't get very many channels, so I think there was also just basically nothing on because we didn't have cable, so we didn't have like kids channels like Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or anything like that. Okay, so one thing that's really interesting about cartoons, hey Oreo, welcome, is like here, this is a perfect example. And this SpongeBob, right, the one where he's like lying down and being cute, like usually SpongeBob's arms, this took me a long time to learn. And so I'm just kind of thinking of it out loud now. Usually SpongeBob's arms both all come from right here, right? This is where his shirt is, his shoulders are, it's at the top of his shirt. And this is where SpongeBob's arms usually come from. In this drawing where he's like lying down and like being all cute, right? His second arm is up here, comes from up here. And this is actually like really common in cartoons to just have the arm come from wherever it's needed to come from. And for whatever reason, like your brain just doesn't notice it and doesn't seem to care. But it took me so long to start doing this in my own art. Hey, hey, Kakchan, kudos. Oh, headphones, that's great. Welcome. Oh, painting is so good. I just switched this tab by accident and fully busted all over SpongeBob. All right, Archer, all right. Oh, hey, Levine, or Levy. Hey, Levy and Lizzo, you've been here before. Welcome again. I think you've been here before anyway. Drawing is so great. Writing is also really good. I admire writing. I used to do poetry. I still like to write poetry. I was just writing a little tiny poem yesterday that I'm actually proud of. I don't have it here. And then I wrote a lot of songs and lyrics and stuff. And I really enjoyed that. But I am not good at writing stories. I'm not like I can come up with okay ideas, but I just can't really fully execute them and bring them all together. Hey, Stelliana. What do we got? We got SpongeBob's big old smile. He's like, hey. He's so happy. He's so happy to be pinup girl material. We got to get the light reflections in here. Okay, I'm holding my breath. I hold my breath a lot when I'm drawing, and I never knew until I started doing streams. Because like you talk on streams, and if you're holding your breath, you can't be talking. And so I'll be holding my breath, and I'll be like, "Oh, why haven't I said anything in a little while?" And then I'll be like, "Oh, I'm holding my breath." Oh, heroes versus villains. That's a Survivor Series season, also. Oh, thank you, thank you. This is a SpongeBob did this. I just thought it was goofy. I draw SpongeBob a lot. And so I just thought I would do a different something different. All right, there we go. Oh, socks. There we go. Oh, we got to throw his tie on. I forgot. Bop, 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 bop. Hmm? Oh, yeah. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Oh, and a belt. I think that's SpongeBob. I think that's everything. Ta-da! You can color his eyes, the baby blue of his eyes. And we can give him a little, like, sponge holes. There we go. Oh, hey, Gang Mario. Yeah, Goofy has a son named Max. Goofy's great. Thank you, Kenneth. All right. What did I say we would do next? Somebody's PFP, I think. Yes, Doodle Animations PFP. And then a stick person. And then we can do a Spy v Spy. Do I have coffee left? Yes. Can you tell? Do I need coffee, you think? Ah, that was delicious. Man, the other day, I don't know if anybody's here. Ooh. Okay. This is an interesting. Hang on. I'm going to do, sometimes for PFPs, I do this real quick. Because I think it's funny. Okay. So this is like a little alien looking guy. I want to draw him in my own style while still uh, capturing what's going on. Hmm. So he's sort of like standing defiantly with. Oh, oh yeah, Gang Mario. That is pretty cool. How are you, cats? Welcome. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Sans. I uh I ended up the leaning power of Cheesa. I ended up doing, I'll do the leaning power of Tower of Cheese. That sounds great. I ended up doing that. I did a color of it also live, a live where I also did the color on it. And then I finished it off. I'm going to sell it as we're going to a craft fair in a couple of weeks, in like a week and a half. And so I, I've got it all finished up and I'm going to print it for Christmas cards, Christmas cards. I'm pretty excited. I say Merry Meowmas. No, I say Meowy Christmas. But yeah, I love that Christmas cat. I wouldn't have been able to do it without everybody on the live. It was so useful. I mean, so helpful, and it was fun. It was fun. Oh, let me see. Wait, is this the story, um, Kachan? Or is this a true story? Oh, Meowy Permis. That's pretty good. All right. We don't get his mouth that much. We'll get it right there. And we'll do his eyes like. All right, this is my interpretation. I tried to do it in my own style. Gave it a little bit of panache. Oh, bye, cats. Okay, okay, that's great. Thanks for stopping in. I was thinking Purry Christmas also. Ah, you could say have a perfect Christmas. Gosh darn it. I can't. I have to. I think I've already gone back and done so much work on this cat. I think I have to stick with, I mean, I don't have to stick with it, but I think so far, Meowy Christmas is the winner. Okay. Please screenshot it. Yeah, for sure. Here, I'll. The Gaster Blasters. Yeah, I already sent it to the printer, but the printer is me. Exactly, exactly. Welcome back, Kenneth. Cat puns are funny. Okay, what's the next thing? A stick figure. Spy v Spy, and then Gaster Blaster. Hopefully that's not just farts, as it sounds. Oh my God. Okay, so the guy who made. Okay, so back before YouTube, there was this thing called Channel 101. Thanks, Doodles. Hey, Mixed Max. Back before, oh, we were gonna do a stick figure. I do a couple different kinds of stick figures. I mean, you have your classic, right? Like, and then the arms come out from here, and the legs come out from here. Little feet, little hands. I think that's pretty solid. The proportions are pretty good. If the hands came straight down, they'd be, I think the arms are a little short, actually. Do the arms a little longer. But what I found myself doing lately is instead of doing that stick figure, I do the head, and then I do shoulders, and I do hips. And then I do this, and then I do legs from there, and arms from here. Arms in the air, like you don't just care. Like you don't just care. Yep, good job, Chris. You really know words good. And so this is how I do stick figures now. Hey, Simon Ghost Riley. A very angry duck. I'm putting that on the list. Very angry duck. Sounds great. I'm really excited. And I think part of the reason I do stick figures like this is because you can sort of flesh it out into a real drawing pretty quickly. And so it's more, it matches more with the like actual proportions of a person. Or an elf. And so I think that's why I've started doing my stick figures like that. I think I took a class, or I audited a class where it was like fashion drawing. I was teaching you how to do fashion illustration. And in that, that's how they teach it. They say like, "Oh, thanks for all the hearts." You do like shoulders and hips. And like this would be too tall for the paper, but we'll just draw. And then you have this triangle here and this triangle here, and then the body comes together. And then this is like and then you have like the arm, probably bent a little. And then you have this arm, probably straight, but like out like that. The neck, and like the head. And then this would be for a fashion, you draw like an outfit on top of this, right? And that's what fashion illustration is for, is to show off outfits. And so this is the type of drawing you do to show off the outfit. And it like makes the outfit have some movement, some dynamicism. It's sort of like capturing a moment in the catwalk. Hey, Jose Patino. Yeah, I remember you. What's up? Yeah, manly elf. Yeah. And so once I learned that, I started doing a lot of my drawings used with this in mind. I also read I learned a lot from this book I read about now I'm just drawing an outfit. I learned a lot from this book I read about how to draw shoujo. It was a manga artist who wrote this book. He wasn't like super successful, but he was definitely successful. I cannot remember who he is, but you'll know. I mean, there's just this book, Clavicle. Um, and he was showing examples. He was like, when you draw people, you don't want them to just be like in a scene and they're like, "Hey, I went to the thing. Thanks. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, don't worry about it. You're my hero." You want them to be standing in a more interesting way, right? And so even just for stick figures, you want to be like whatever he's saying, like, "Oh my God, you're my hero." And he's like going in for a hug, and this guy's like, "Oh, no problem. Like, do not hug me." And just having it be more dynamic like that, even if you just have somebody, say it's a woman speaking, or even a man, and they're just holding something, right? That them just holding something, first of all, it makes their character more dynamic. It gives them some movement, and instead of just standing there straight. And then not only that, uh, it also adds to the story, right? Because now you can have them holding, like, maybe she's holding like a textbook, and you're like, oh, like, so you can have this add to the story of the character while also creating something dynamic to look at instead of just like, I went to physics class. You can have her holding the physics textbook and saying like I hate quantum mechanics. And it tells more of the story more easily because you have that, and it's more interesting to look at. Yeah, more expressionable. All right. Did some stick figure craziness, did some fashion drawing sketchy. This looks great, actually. Anyway, where's my, okay, seltzer. Oh, Spy v Spy. That was the next one. I haven't thought about Spy v Spy. I used to get Mad Magazine back when it was still a magazine. Yeah, yeah. I did not know I did this, but I make up stories for everything. I didn't know. Like I knew I was like making up stories a lot. Oh my God, it is that. It's Christopher Hart, manga for the beginner, shoujo. Hey Leslie. Um, yeah, Spy v Spy, so interesting. So it's based in like Cold War, but I think it's so much because there was a huge like spy versus spy Cold War media thing. You're like so many um, shows and things were about how spies were both spying on each other and one spy versus the other, the Russian spies versus or the Soviet spies versus the Western spies, British or American. I mean, I feel like that's like James Bond is almost all that. I'm sorry. It's let me try it. Let me actually try. Is it Lissily? That would be my genuine guess. Lissily, now that I can read it. Wombo combo. And so this was Spy v Spy, and like they have like a kind of you know what this reminds me so much of like old Spy v Spy reminds me so much of my brain is not telling me. Who's the cat and the mouse that like blow each other up to smithereens on Itchy and Scratchy? It reminds me so much of Itchy and Scratchy. And they're just pretty simple characters. And like there's the white one and there's the guy who dresses in white and the guy who dresses in black. And this is Spy v Spy. And they're just like every episode, every comic of them is just like they go back and forth. They don't always win. Okay. Lisa. Okay. Sorry. Thank you. Liesel. Liesel. Ah. And it would be like the kind of stories where they like have like bombs like this or like this kind. Well, Liesel, thank you so much for being patient and teaching us how to say your name. I think that's really kind, and I appreciate that. But yeah, it must be exhausting to have to educate people all the time. That is one of the arguments for having a normal name when it comes up. Normal being not that's not the right. I mean common for having a common name. What am I? I'm drawing like a TNT from the Spy v Spy type. Bye, kudos. Kachan kudos. Ooh, knitting is so fun. Wait, what was I supposed to draw? Well, I gotta save my hat. What was I actually gonna draw? Oh, a very angry duck. Very angry duck is next. Ooh, man, very angry duck is so. Yeah, interesting. Because we can do. There's a couple different kinds of ducks we can do, right? This is like a cartoon duck. Like wearing a suit. What if it's very angry, but it's British? So, like, it's not very expressive about its anger. I don't know where this idea came from. I don't know why I'm drawing like a duck in a dinner jacket. Oh yeah, he should hold a cup of tea. Thank you, Jose. Okay. How do you make a duck have a British face? Hang on, I think I got it. Holding a cup of tea. Hang on, I think we can do it. The fish drawing on the last stream. Yeah. Oh, Ecuador, cool. My best friend growing up, he lived right down the street. He was from Ecuador. His whole family was from Ecuador, not just him. It would be weird if just he was from Ecuador. Not like super weird. I guess adoption and stuff exists. But it would be pretty weird if just he was from Ecuador and not his family. But no, his whole family. The first little egg fella or the British duck. Now that is a question for the ages. We will never know the answer. Oh, holding my breath again. Worth it. I don't know why his hair's slicked back. I don't know why this is a British duck from the 80s, but it is. Okay, let's color his jacket in. At least give it a little gray, like a little to separate it from everything else, because I feel like it's hard to read. Okay, there's his jacket. We're going to give that a nice solid outline. And we'll erase whatever the extra gray is that got everywhere. And then we will call it an angry duck. So was there a TV show called the Duckmans or something? I can't remember. There was like an adult animated TV show, I think called Duckman. Yeah, look at him. He is pissed. Well, no, not pissed in the British sense. He is angry. Oh yeah, I forgot he had feet. There we go. A very angry British duck. Darkwing duck. Great. Darkwing duck is really fun. A lizard sidekick. For the angry duck. What a lizard sidekick look like? I went to Florida just once on vacation, and there was so many animals. There was like roosters in the street and iguanas everywhere. There we go. We got the little lizard sidekick. He's very concerned. This is my favorite thing I've drawn in a while. There's something about this I really like. I don't think it's well-eyed never. I think it's probably well-eye never. It's just... A wide kick? What's a wide kick? Like... A wide kick. Oh, man. We'll put the fish in. A wide kick. I'm going to decide a wide kick. A side kick is somebody who's standing right next to you. A wide kick is somebody that you only see if it's a wide shot. So I'm going to put him here. Like same horizon. Hang on, Spivey Spy, excuse me. You've gotten in the way. I lost my pencil. I found it, though. You guys still see that, right? All right. Whoop. Holding my breath again. Here we go. Breathe. It's okay. Pete's not mad at you. Whoop, still doing it. He looks too sad. I want to change his eyes. Let's change his whole expression. I'm feeling like a fish out of water. There we go. The wide kick. The wide kick fish. I don't think we named this fish. And he's just, he's like, oh man, I hate when they fight. Wide kick fish, Pete and Lizard. Yeah, I love the wide kick. I don't. That made me laugh so hard. Wide kick, just like somebody you can only see in the wide shot. Like they're there. They're always there. You just can't see them. They're just off screen. All right. This was I forget. I totally have been sidetracked. I had no idea what we were meant to draw next. I write them down, so hopefully I'll find it. Okay. I had yeah, I think Pete for the duck is look at this. Look at it. Like it's also not like it's not a stereotypically British name, but like you can definitely think this is a British duck named Pete. That's just a theory. Yeah, we can I hopefully sometime in the next week or two I'm putting up a Patreon. Um and that's exactly the kind of thing we can do is have I think you can just sell stuff on Patreon, right? You don't have to like be a member or whatever, a supporter. So I can put up little like black and white sticker ducks and stuff like that. That wouldn't be terrible hard. Yeah, but he's not been knighted yet. He's working on it. He's trying to become a member of the Royal Garter Society. I forget what it's called. The weird one that like is so strange. There's one that's literally called Garter something. Um like the Knight of the Garter. It's so weird. Some of their things are strange. I think you can't do you, I think you never get unknighted until you die. Like you can't be a knight and dead. I think. I don't remember exactly. Okay, I have to look up Gaster Blaster. So anyway, Knight of the Garters. Ganders. Oh, Knight of the Ganders. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Oddfud has been asking for stickers from Patreon for so long. I mean, she's she's part of the team. So the white kickfish is yeah. Like that's good. You get the regular storybook version, and it's like this, and then like there's the slightly the other version where it's like this, and it changes the whole story because like these guys are talking to each other, so they're not like narrating the story, and this fish is seeing like wide kick fish is seeing everything. He's like, ah, these freaking guys. Yeah, where's Wally with the fish? Oh, a flip out. Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, what's Whitefish say? And it's like one of those like a pop-up book pull out and you pull this out and like Whitefish just like comes out the side. Uh wide kick. What a great spelling mishap. No, Kenneth, you're a hero. It's really a story about a child of divorce, and wide kick is the divorce. That's good. That is maybe too good, Because, like, that's what divorce is like, right? I've never lived through a divorce. My parents were divorced before I was born. But that is so good. Like, well, because it's like the story is feels like it's focused on the two parents. Like the lizard. I love the idea too that the duck is like an anthropomorphic. Is that anthropomorphic? Anthropomorphic? That's when they look like a cartoon. An anthropomorphic duck. So he's like making phone calls and like doing all this human stuff. And then the lizard's always just like chill, like just on the ground, like never. He's like not anthropomorphized at all. I like that. And the fish is somewhere in between. I still don't remember what I'm supposed to be drawing. Something about farts. Oh, Gaster Blaster. Yeah. Is Gaster Blaster just ahead? Yeah, Pete the Duck. Man, I was just thinking yesterday that I would love to start a comic strip or a story where I have a couple of characters that I draw just for the stream. And I wouldn't do it every time, but to have it to go back on and draw sometimes would be really fun. And I think we found them. I think Pete the Duck, Unnamed Lizard, and Wide Kick Fish is that's pretty good. Um, hey, second channel of the Gremlin. Sorry, of the Gremlin. Okay, Gaster Blaster is a character from Undertale, it looks like. I've not read Undertale, played Undertale, but I've heard great things. I've heard great things. I've heard great things from people I respect. And people I admire most, the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, all packed up and went down the coast the day. Yeah, so back in the day, before YouTube was a thing, if you wanted to watch TV on the internet, somebody had to pay for streaming, and it was very expensive to stream videos. So, like, there was a couple sites that were paying for it with a ton of advertisements, and there was one where they like raised money outside of the thing, and then they had is once a month they had a meetup, and they made basically TV shows like episodes, like webisodes, right? We all know webisodes, and they got together and they watched them. They had a real live screening. It was in New York City, and then they all voted on them, and then people could vote also on the web on which ones they liked, and the ones that they liked would get money to do it and would be put up on the website so they would stream it, and the ones that nobody liked would not be renewed essentially. So you had to fight to be renewed every episode, um, once a month. And some really interesting stuff. The Lonely Island, who were famous, the World Wide Web, the Lonely Island, who were famous for, what are they famous for? Like on a boat, and I threw it on the ground. Those songs, that's the Lonely Island. They did a lot of Saturday Night Live stuff. But before they were on Saturday Night Live, this was one of the things they were doing. They were making these like individual episodes for this pre-YouTube internet TV thing, before like people knew internet TV was going to be real. And so I'm telling this story because of Gaster Blaster sounds like a fart joke. And yeah, I used to do the stick men fighting thing. I'm not sure if I'm interested in doing that right now, but I think it could be fun, especially if we do like a little bit more complicated stick men. Yeah, so there was all these ones, and so it was really cool. You as a kid and somebody who was not making TV, right? there was not many places to watch videos on the internet. There was basically no places to watch. You could watch Flash, and that was it. But you didn't really. There was no place to watch videos unless somebody was paying to host it and stream it on their own website. There was no such thing as YouTube or anything even close to YouTube. And so I got hooked on Channel 101. It was channel101.com. It was so cool. One of the people who were making shows for it is Dan Harmon. You might recognize Dan Harmon from Rick and Morty, right? He's one of the creators from Rick and Morty, the one that's still employed by the show. His show, he made a couple, but one of his shows that got pretty big. Oh my gosh, I cannot remember the name of it. Anyway, it was about farts. It was a superhero who ate a microwaved burrito, and the microwave put radiation, because microwaves have radiation, into the burrito, which made it so his farts could do superheroes. Oh, laser fart. It was laser farts. So his farts shot lasers. And I did not like this show. I never voted for it. But it was very popular. Laser Fart was a Dan Harmon jam on Channel 101. So I thought Gaster Blaster was going to be something like that. Yeah, White Kickfish is here too. Wendell Widekick. Let's see. Wendell Widekick. You have Pete the Duck. And that's parentheses British. And then Unnamed Lizard. I don't know why Unnamed Lizard is so funny to me. I'd like a name. That's what he said. That's what he says. Actually, I'd like a name. Widekick is it's genuinely one of the best things I've heard in weeks. And like the idea that a sidekick is standing right next to you, but a wide kick you can only see in widescreen. Oh, I'm making myself laugh again. Yeah, Unnamed Lizard. Like, he's also from the island, Britain, the British Isle. Okay, I don't think we have any more requests, so let's do another Angry Duck. Wizard of Oz. Oh man. I mean, there's definitely some comedy between having an Aussie and a British person getting divorced. Oh man. Oh yeah, Rumpelstiltskin got it. That's good. All right, let's do a slightly bigger. Let's draw Pete. Let's draw Pete again to see what we. Like, you know, it's good to draw if you're gonna do a character and you really like them. For me, it's important to draw them a couple times because you never know. Like, you kind of want to get them figured out, and you don't figure out a character. For me, the only way I'm going to figure out a character is by actually like drawing them and doing stuff with them. So I like the idea. I'm happy it's a duck. I'm happy that was the because I draw geese all the time, and so ducks are not that crazy of a stretch. And then I've started doing um I was just trying to think of story. I've started doing like I did a series of geese called drippy geese, and they were geese like just decked out in like weird stuff. They had like a beanie and like a hoodie, all sorts of stuff. It was really fun. And that was actually one of my first, like, I had drawn them just for myself and then, like, to mess around with. And then somebody was like, oh, you should make prints of those and people might buy them. And I was like, no. Okay, I'll make prints of them. No one's gonna buy them. And then people really liked them. Not like they weren't super popular, but enough people liked them that I was like, oh, I can sell my artwork. And then the next year I had done a series of animals and hats, which like kind of followed on from the geese because the geese had been in some of the geese had been in hats and stuff like that. But the animals and hats really took off. It got a lot of attention, a lot of love. And so I started doing greeting cards and stuff. I had been doing greeting cards already, but I like redoubled my efforts and like have been not quite making a living doing the illustration, but it's on the way. It's I'm taking the path. Oh yeah. Sad lizard. Yeah, angry duck. Poor lizard. I don't know if the lizard's sad or Aussie. I mean, it's funny because we could say Lizard of Oz, but it would be funny if like it's never ever brought up and you just assume that the lizard is also British. And then and then at some point you like reveal that the lizard is from Australia. And then the duck's like, well, you're from Australia. Why didn't you say anything? And like, I thought it was obvious. And he's like, well, what about all those times I was saying those terrible things about Australia? And he's like, yeah, I thought that was really rude. Uh, all right, yeah, we'll do the duck, and then I actually should get going. Um, I want to get this angriness nice and clear. Yeah, yeah. It's what a great story we all came up with real quick. Sometimes I'm drawing and I like think of a joke that I'm like might do because like I think of a lot of jokes while I'm drawing something, especially when I'm drawing like characters that I just never actually, put onto the joke. Like I don't, you don't it doesn't get actually told the joke. But sometimes, man, they make me laugh so hard. I draw my desk is in the room with the bed. That's just where we have space for it. And and it keeps me from drawing. I would draw forever if I could. Um, so having the desk in the room with the bedroom, like when my wife goes to bed, I have to stop drawing, which is good. I think that's good. I think I need that. Um, but I still draw when she's asleep sometimes. But I've definitely woke her up by laughing so hard at a joke that I'm like making up on the spot. It's so funny. That's. Solid, solid pun, Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, hang on. I think my pencil's lead is done. Yeah. It's like moving around in there. Okay. There's like, I think there's like a sped up or altered version of Mariah Carey's. It's like, it sounds like the chipmunk version of Mariah Carey's Christmas song outside. Ah, like someone took I don't care too much for Christmas and like is playing it at a like quadruple speed and just the what is it, the trills. Ah, I can't do them because I'm not Mariah Carey. I don't know why his shirt ends here, but his jacket goes to his butt. I don't know. I have no idea why. That's the kind of stuff that gets worked out the more you draw them. I'm trying to think of like, okay, I think it's gonna be. Wait, does offended have two F's? Heh. Oh yeah, I have to remember everything he says is in a British accent. Southern British. Don't try to make my duck northern. The angry northerner stereotype. Oh yeah, I forgot Pete has this like line on his neck. Yep, we did Gaster Blaster. Oh, you can see. Yeah. Here's what we drew today. We did Gaster Blaster. We did a second drawing of Pete the Duck. It's not his fault you're offended. We did a Spy v Spy, but I've erased it. We did the original Pete the Duck drawing, his friend Lizard, and the wide kick carp. Wide kick carp. We did somebody's PFP. I cannot remember whose PFP this was. Fun. It was fun. I did some stick figure, and then we got into like a whole lesson on stick figures, talking about fashion drawing and why stick figures and how to make a drawing dynamic and how adding dynamism to a drawing can really help tell the story instead of just relying on dialogue, and it can just make it your whole world much more interesting. And then we did, oh man, I forgot. I totally forgot. This is where we started, guys. This is where we started. All right. I'm going to leave you guys there. Thank you so much. It was a great stream today. It was one of my favorites, genuinely. And I won't be on tomorrow, but I will be on Thanksgiving, Thursday. Bye.